Let's face it, nobody has enough time to read all of the Star Wars content in existence. From the back catalog of hundreds of Legends novels, to the ever-growing canon universe, to comics from publishers like Marvel, IDW, and Dark Horse, there's a lot of media to keep up with. All in the midst of life responsibilities like cooking, cleaning, working, going to school, walking the dog, taking care of kids, it's hard to find the time to tackle all of the stories written in a galaxy far, far away. That's the great thing about audiobooks. You can listen while you do all those other things that take you away from what matters most in life, Star Wars books. All you need are ears. But Star Wars audiobooks aren't simply a convenient crutch for the time crunched. They add a lot to the experience. From the sounds of TIE fighters to blaster fights to the iconic sound of a lightsaber turning on, there's so much added to the experience in Star Wars audiobooks. Penguin Random House Audio really elevates the Star Wars audiobook listening experience, making it into kind of a full-scale production. Add in music from the beloved John Williams and performances from some really great voice actors, and you've got some of the best Star Wars content produced. So now that I've got you convinced that you need to listen to Star Wars audiobooks, let's take a closer look at the top 10. Hi everyone, I'm Nathan Emery, content creator here at Youtini, and I'm here to take you through the top 10 Star Wars audiobooks. But before we do that, I just wanted to give you a quick heads up. I'll be jumping between canon and legends here as I go through the list. Of course, I'll point out whether each book is canon or legends, but if you need a refresher on that topic and what the difference is, be sure to check out the video on our channel that's linked in the description, and then head back here and we'll dive into the audiobooks. Now, Star Wars audiobooks have come a long way since the beginning, and as with anything in Star Wars, the journey hasn't been exactly a straight line. I mean, this is a franchise that started with Episode 4. And of course, there's been a big shift in the way you can actually consume audiobooks, from cassettes to CDs to now MP3s and streaming on your phone or your computer. And the audiobook format itself has shifted from being mostly for truck drivers and blind people to kind of being a popular reading format itself. So the majority of canon books are available in the unabridged format, and there are quite a few Legends books that are unabridged as well. Pretty much anything post-2010 is available in the unabridged format, so that's Darth Plagueis, Kenobi, the Fate of the Jedi series, Honor Among Thieves, just to name a few. But a lot of the older Legends books are available only in abridged formats because it had to be shortened down to fit onto cassette tapes. A notable exception to this, however, are the Thrawn trilogy and the Hand of Thrawn duology, which were both narrated by Mark Thompson again in 2011. Also of note is that there are a few narrators who kind of pop up again and again in the credits of the audiobooks, and these narrators have become as important to these characters as the actors who portray them on TV. Among these narrators are Mark Thompson, Jonathan Davis, and Saskia Marleveld. In the credits of some audiobooks though, you'll notice familiar names from the Clone Wars TV series like Ashley Eckstein, who plays Ahsoka, and Kat Tabor, who plays Padme Amidala. Now that you've got a brief introduction to Star Wars audiobooks, let's dive into the top 10. Before I jump into number 10, I just wanted to say, if you're enjoying this type of content and want to see more content about Star Wars books, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the Youtini YouTube channel. And another quick note before we jump in. This list was created to evaluate the audiobook production of each of these books. So if you go look at our Youtini review scores for each of these books, you'll notice they don't quite correlate to where the books are in the list. That's because we're not just evaluating in terms of quality or the Youtini review score, but actually how good the audiobook adaptation of each of these is. So coming in at number 10, we've got the Canon Adventures in Wild Space Young Readers audiobooks. Now these are just a really fun and easy read. If you're looking for something that's light and kind of easy to pick up, this is a great choice. And each of the audiobooks that you can find online actually includes 3 of the Adventures in Wild Space stories. So it's really a great deal if you're kind of looking for short, fun, one-off Star Wars stories. And coming in at number 9, we've got the canon novel Inferno Squad, narrated by Janina Gavankar. Now, it's not often we get to see the Star Wars universe from the perspective of the bad guys, but Inferno Squad puts us into that perspective, showing us the events that come after A New Hope from the perspective of Iden Versio and a squad of Imperial agents. At number 8 on our list, we've got Darth Bane: Path of Destruction, narrated by Jonathan Davis. Now, if you've seen any of our top Legends lists, you know that Darth Bane: Path of Destruction consistently ranks among the best Legends books out there. Jonathan Davis absolutely does it justice, giving us a great perspective into the history of Darth Bane, who is one of the most formidable Sith Lords. So if you're really interested in getting kind of a look into the early histories of the Jedi and Sith and how they came to be the orders that we see in the prequels, this is a great choice. At number 7, we've got Kenobi, also narrated by Jonathan Davis. Now, this Legends novel is actually one of Youtini's foundational 5 novels that we recommend to anyone looking to dive into the Star Wars expanded universe for the first time. Now, this book centers on, as I'm sure you can guess, fan favorite character Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Jonathan Davis really does a great job in bringing the character to life. Coming in at number 6 is the Legends novel Darth Plagueis, narrated by Daniel Davis. Now, if you've spent any time in a Star Wars community, I'm sure you've heard the line, "Have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?" One too many times. I know I have. But this is it. This is the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. This is a fascinating tale of a really powerful Sith Lord, but perhaps even more fascinating, it's the origin story of Palpatine as we see him in the prequels and his turn to the dark side. If you're a fan of the prequels at all, you need to give this book a listen. Now, the next 2 books on this list are actually canon audio dramas, and that just means that they were produced specifically for the audiobook format. So they actually go above and beyond the normal production quality we see in Star Wars audiobooks. They include a full cast, plenty of sound effects, lots of music. They're made specifically for this format. It's kind of like watching a Star Wars movie, but in your ears. So coming in at number 5 on our list is Dr. Aphra in audiobook original, narrated by Emily Wu Zeller as Dr. Aphra. Now, Aphra is a fan favorite character from the Star Wars canon comics thanks to her strong personality and wily attitude. Now, this audiobook actually adapts some of the stories in the comics and turns them into this audio drama format. And if you're looking to laugh, this is definitely a great book to pick up. Dr. Aphra's flippant attitude contrasted with some of the other characters in the book, including the stoic Darth Vader, really makes for some of the best pure entertainment in Star Wars. And number 4 on our list is the next canon audio drama, Dooku Jedi Lost. Now again, this book utilizes a full cast, but Orla Cassidy plays Asajj Ventress and Ewan Morton plays Dooku. Now this book actually dives into both of those characters, Asajj and Dooku, but especially interesting is the way it explores the origins of Count Dooku. We don't really get to see that in the movies or the TV shows, so if you're kind of wondering how it happened that Dooku turned away from the Jedi Order to become this formidable Dark Lord, this is definitely a great book to check out. Now, I know you're dying to get to the top 3 Star Wars audiobooks, but before we do that, I just need to let you know of an amazing offer if you're looking to pick up one of these books. The sponsor of today's video, Audible, is giving you 1 free book with no strings attached, as long as you sign up using Youtini's link in the description below. So if one of these books has piqued your interest, once this video is over, be sure to head on over to youtini.com/audible or the link in the description to sign up and get that book completely free. And now we're back to the top 3 Star Wars audiobooks. At number 3, we've got Master and Apprentice, narrated by Jonathan Davis. Now, Davis really brings Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn to life from Claudia Gray's prequel masterpiece. We at Youtini really love this book as it dives deeper into the complex relationship between these 2 characters and their adventures, and this audiobook format is a great way to experience this epic tale. At number 2, we've got Thrawn Ascendancy, Chaos Rising. Now, Thrawn is perhaps the most iconic character to come out of the Star Wars expanded universe. From his creation in 1991's Heir to the Empire by Timothy Zahn, to his countless appearances in future Zahn books and comics, to his appearance in the Star Wars Rebels TV show and in canon novels, Thrawn has really stood out as one of the most original and unique characters in the expanded universe. And Mark Thompson does a great job at bringing this character to life. In fact, he sounds almost exactly like he does in the Rebels TV show. It's really easy to imagine his cold, calculating character as you would on screen when you're listening to this audiobook. Now, Thrawn Ascendancy Chaos Rising is the first book in a brand new trilogy of Thrawn books by Timothy Zahn. It chronicles the rise of Thrawn within the Chiss military in the unknown regions of the galaxy, beyond a galaxy far, far away. So beyond Mark Thompson's great rendition of Thrawn himself, this book ranks at the top of the Star Wars audiobooks list for its great production quality, music, its use of sound effects, and the way it develops its characters. And finally, the top Star Wars audiobook of all time, according to our team here at Youtini, is Star Wars from a Certain Point of View. And when it comes to declaring one Star Wars audiobook the best of all time, it's hard to give the honors to any other novel. Now, this is a massively collaborative project from the beginning. It's a retelling of A New Hope from the perspective of 40 different characters, involving over 40 authors. And the audiobook takes that collaboration above and beyond. Not only does it include some of the best Star Wars narrators like Thompson, Davis, and Marla Veld, John Hamm narrates the Boba Fett story, Neil Patrick Harris voices Beth Ravis's story, and author Daniel Jose Older reads his own story, Born in the Storm. It's truly the crowning achievement of the Star Wars audiobook format, and it's actually soon to be followed by its own sequel. I hope this list has inspired you to jump into the universe of Star Wars audiobooks if you haven't already. Star Wars audiobooks really go above and beyond, and there's so much more than just an audio format of the written story. And no matter which of the books from the list you choose to start with, I guarantee you'll be hooked. And if you want to dive deeper into the Star Wars expanded universe, be sure to check out the other videos on our channel. We post new videos every week, from podcasts to playing Star Wars video games to talking about legends and canon to top 10 lists to book reviews. So whatever you're interested in Star Wars books, whether it's legends, canon, or just all of it, there's definitely something on our channel for you. And if you're excited as I am about Star Wars audiobooks and you need a community to share that excitement with, be sure to check out our vibrant and positive Discord community over at youtini.com/discord. I hope you've enjoyed this list of the top 10 Star Wars audiobooks, and as always, may the Force be with you.